kickoff. Here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 10 black. Ready.
Straight to the air here. It's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kicks down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Panthers first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Let's set.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Not a lot of space, maybe to the 33. Hit made by Josh Uche.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Black block.
First down, Carolina.
Here we go. Quick. Yellow. Cut.
Straight ahead. Here's Brooks. No up the middle. None outside either, Brooks. So give him just 2 yards on that carry. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest, but man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talking about getting a quarterback in the rhythm, right? Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and to finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Tag. 70 Timberwolves. Cowboy 80.
Here's Milton. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Ready?
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's going to have this one down to the 20.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first two plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only one play away from putting points on the board.
70 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
Working inside the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you can throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 33, 52 blaster. Ready?
A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Yellow, 43.
Young throwing here. They set up the screen. Brooks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Set, ready, set.
Brooks bouncing out ahead from the pistol. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. They can win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Young on 1st and 10. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Ready, ready. 50, green, cut.
Young on the play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Down. Set, go.
From the gun, a give to Brooks. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on 3rd and long.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Brown with a return here. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll begin a new drive, 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer. Steady.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Viking 18, 60 Maverick, 6, 70, 70, 18, run, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting the completion, it was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
Trap 60, trap 60, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Completed to his running back. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass to far more than a modest gain.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
Receiver gets it on the handoff. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
A give to Mitchell, running left. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
Get it. 19 Tigers, Dragon 60. Ready.
To throw, Milton. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Panthers are going to have it! And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Yeah, totally get it. You pass it here because that's what's comfortable. Largely it's what you did to get down inside the red zone, but so often what works in theory doesn't work in practice, and it can lead to some pretty nasty results.
And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Red 38.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Out of the gun, Young. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. That was Tanneroa McMillan he was looking for. So it'll be 3rd down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Completed over the middle. He'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Come on. Ready.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Down. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Brought in right side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to bring up the Carolina 1st down. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cut.
Shotgun snap now to Young. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for Tanneroa McMillan that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
A 2nd down throw for Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go. Shot.
Back to work after throwing the pick. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
60. Ready. 60 back. 60 Eagles.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He finds Brown right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive, for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Warriors 70, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
Shotgun now on third down. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Time now taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Bronco 80, Dragon 60. Panther 60.
He's going to throw it again. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Milton. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
On the ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Here he goes, third and long. He's got it near the 8. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Come on, come on. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles get some late points and the lead.
I don't think that defense was ready for that kind of push at the point of attack. I think they were thinking outside run, play action, but they get gutted, and they get gutted right up the middle.
And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He's been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10.
Down. Ready.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Now it's Young. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Set.
They send a man in motion. On third down, it's Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And his return's going to leave him enough time for 2, maybe even 3 plays before the half.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime.
Stephanie. Cougar 19.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Now is Keandre Lambert-Smith on the target. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Get it. Go.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
He was brought down by Trevin Wallace.
So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10.
Here we go. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Milton. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a pick of 33 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line either. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Ready.
Again, this is Mitchell. And that one doesn't give him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
A gain of a yard brings up third and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Here we go. 65 catch.
Milton now on third down. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line.
Ready, set.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Yeah, one. Set, hut. Go. Ready.
They'll start this drive with Brooks. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Ready.
From his own end zone, it's Young. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Here we go, set. Red 38.
From his end zone, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Let's take it in at the 42. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Lions. Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles keep their drive alive and reach Pater one play later.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. You could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. It's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. Great decision to bounce this outside. Brock gets him about 8 yards on the run. It's 2nd down.
The cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Come on, set. 60 red. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he takes it down to the 33. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season.
Okay, ready?
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Ready. Blue, 32. Red, yellow.
They'll work against the blitz. Going deep here for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Tag. Cowboy 80.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. That's one right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
70 Lions. 70 Rangers. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Caught by Dotson on the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Warriors 70, Panthers 60.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it inside the 25. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Now Milton to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Got it. Ready.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Ready. Trap 60. Trap Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Elliott connects there, and that'll double their lead to 6.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready. 45.
Young throwing here. Nice cut by Brooks. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Let's go. Set.
Handoff here for Brooks. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Smack. Yellow. 22.
They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap now to Young. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Red. 38. Ready.
Throw here. 3rd down. Going over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Has him on the quick hitter. He has room past the 25. Big man showing up the yards. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the third.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. The route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Putting a receiver in motion. 1st down, Young. Short pass brought in. Get some space around midfield. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. To the air on 1st down, Young. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. Looking for Tyrone McMillan that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
On the ready.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Young to throw it. They set up the screen. Brooks. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
First down. Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Carolina.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard.
On the double.
All set to go now from the 35.
Set. Hut, hut.
Here's Young again. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 50.
Again, it's Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. In the backfield, he was looking for Jonathan Brooks. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down, that's check down, that's check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Yellow, 43. Straight.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Sends this to the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing block. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Down in the fourth, offense staying out there for this.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 32. Green.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. That man was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it. Thought they turned it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Mitchell off the pistol give. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Milton out of the pistol here. Completed over the middle. This is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Come on.
The give now to Mitchell. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Elliott connects there. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Set.
On the give, it's Brooks. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season.
Come on, set. 33.
Young working from a gun. All the left side. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Set, ready. 45, White. Hut.
Out of the gun, Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He launches this one up, looking deep to the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Got his man. This is McMillan. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the pistol, it's Young. Trying for the touchdown. Has it down close. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Like a middle field open or close, like a single eye or too high. Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Brown with a return here. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
60 Bobcat. Come next, 70.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stand.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That's it's not going to help in that decision at all.
Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that brings up 4th and long. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he gets it away from his end zone. He has it at the 33. He gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready.
They're going to run it. This is Trevor Etienne. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Ready, set.
At their 48-yard line.
Down.
Back to throw. Here's Young. This could decide things. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean.
Young's pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Now a give right side to Mitchell. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. They said with that sack in mind, Brock, we all saw what was coming. So managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure for in the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack. Exactly what he just did.
That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles leading by 8. Panthers bringing out a 5th defensive back on 3rd.
Ready. Set. Go.
He'll throw it. Look at that power, deep left side. He's got it at the 30. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
60 Bison. Ready, right?
They're going to pass it here. Brown still throwing, and this is intercepted.
defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Set, ready.
Now to throw. It's complete. Sanders has got him outright. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Setting up to pass. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22.
Rifle, 3-3.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And they're going to have a few looks at a touchdown here as he gets it down to the 8. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Here he is to throw. That one connects. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breaths. And he gives them a shot now to force overtime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Man, it is loud in here, Brock. They've got to get set and convert, though, to tie it up. Back to throw. And they can't connect that time. And after the touchdown, unfortunately, can't finish off the 2 they needed to tie this game and force overtime. Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And the Eagles are able to recover. And that should just about do it for us here. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Mitchell up the middle. Runs around him. He's got space. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. Well, Brock, the playoffs didn't materialize for them this year, but at least they were able to rally together here in this final week and close the campaign out with a victory.
Yeah, you know, once those playoffs are out of the picture, your focus really becomes building some hope for next season. Ending things on a good note, getting people excited about your tape and what's to come in the future. And in this win, we certainly saw some of those moments and make me excited to see them chase the playoffs next season.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.